In quantum mechanics, till now we have discussed the mathematical foundation of quantum mechanics. And after the detailed analysis of mathematical foundation of quantum mechanics, today we are going to discuss a very important chapter. And in this chapter, actually, we will discuss the postulates of quantum mechanics. In fact, the formalism of quantum mechanics is based on a number of postulates. Uh, in this lecture, our aim is to give a brief account, or you can say a brief introduction regarding the postulates of quantum mechanics. In fact, after this brief introduction, we will discuss these postulates in very detail. First of all, I will present the postulate of quantum mechanics just as a statement, and after that we will discuss all the postulates separately and solve the numerical problems, which will be very helpful for the different examinations which you in fact give for your career. As you know, the postulates which on which the quantum mechanical theory is based upon are are based on actually the experimental observations. In fact, in this chapter, we will present a formal discussion of these postulates, and we will also discuss how they can be used to extract quantitative information about the microphysical systems. In fact, these postulates cannot be derived. You should note that postulates on which quantum mechanics is based upon, or the theories of quantum mechanics are formed on these postulates, and these postulates you cannot derive, but they result from experiment. They actually represent the minimal set of assumptions needed to develop the theory of quantum mechanics. But how does one find out about the validity of these postulates? Since we cannot derive it, then there definitely a question arises: how does these postulates are valid, and how we can say that the validity of these postulates is possible? Actually, their validity can not be determined directly. Only an indirect statement is possible, or we can say that these postulates cannot be derived directly, but indirectly we can say that these postulates are possible, or these postulates are valid. For this, actually, you have to turn to the theory which are actually built upon these postulates. And if these theory which are based on these postulate works well, then you can say that postulates will be valid. Otherwise, they will make no sense. Actually, quantum theory not only works, but works extremely well, you can say, and this represents the experimental justification of these postulates. In fact, it has a very penetrating qualitative as well as quantitative prediction power. This prediction power has been verified by a rich collection of experiments, and so the accurate prediction power of quantum theory gives the evidence to the validity of the postulates upon which the theory is built. And now we will see Actually, these postulates give an answer of some of the important questions, and we will discuss those questions which can be answered on the basis of these postulates just by comparing these postulates with the classical mechanics. In fact, according to classical mechanics, the state of a particle is specified at any time t by two fundamental dynamical variables, and these fundamental variables are what? These fundamental variables are position r of t and momentum p of t. Actually, these are the two fundamental variables, that is position coordinate, or you can simply say position vector or simply position, and momentum p, on which by the help of which we can actually specify the state of a system in classical mechanics. Actually, the other physical quantity relevant to the system can be calculated in terms of these two variables. Remember, I am just talking about the classical system and the classical idea by which the state of a system is described. And once you know the other quantities by using the position coordinate and the momentum in classical mechanics, then in addition, knowing these variables at a time t, we can predict using the Hamilton's equations of motion the values of these variables at any later time. And what are the Hamilton's equations of motion? You can say these are x dot equal to del h by del p and p dot equal to minus del h by del x. Here, actually h is Hamiltonian of the system. H is Hamiltonian of the system. So using these canonical equation of motion given by Hamiltonian, we can find actually the state of the system at any later time t dashed if we know its state, or if you know the position and the momentum at any time t. Then by the use of these two equations, x dot equal to del h by del p and p dot equal to minus del h by del x, we can find the values of these variables at any later time t dashed. Actually, the quantum mechanical counterparts to classical ideas are specified by postulates. It means when we talk about the quantum mechanical system, then we have to see the postulates on which the quantum mechanical theory is based upon. In fact, postulates provide the answers to some important questions, and that important questions which can be answered on the basis of postulates of quantum mechanics, I have mentioned here. The first one is how a quantum state is described, mathematically at a given time t. This is the first question. First of all, we consider a quantum mechanical system or a microsystem, and we have to know how we can describe the state of that quantum system mathematically at a given time t. And after that, we have also know how to calculate the various physical quantities from this quantum state. As I have told you, in classical mechanics, we find the state of a system at a given time t by the use of two dynamical variables, position vector r and momentum vector p, Similarly, and after that we know the related quantities. Similarly, after knowing the state of a quantum mechanical system at a given time, we also calculate the various physical quantities from this quantum state. And once we know the quantum state of the system and the various quantities for this quantum mechanical system at a given time, then we have to know the system's state uh, at any later time t dash. So the other problem is to find the state of the system when we know its state at a given time t after some time interval. So actually the time evolution is in our discussion, and after the time evolution uh, we are actually able to know the state of the system after a time after the time t. And so these are the important questions which can be answered by the use of the postulates. Actually, we will discuss 5 postulates on which quantum mechanical theory can be framed. But in this introduction, I am not going to discuss those postulates. In fact, we will discuss the first postulate as a state of system. The another postulate will be related to the observables and operators. The third postulate will be regarding the measurements and eigenvalues of operators in quantum mechanics. The fourth postulate we will discuss will be actually the probabilistic outcome of the measurement. And finally, we will discuss the time evolution of the system. Actually, these postulates fall into 2 categories. First, four which I have mentioned here, that a state of a system, observables and operators, measurement and eigenvalues of operators, and probabilistic outcome of measurement. Actually, these 4 postulates describe the system at a given time. And lastly, as I have told you, there will be a time evolution of a system. So the postulate related to time evolution of the system will actually discuss how this description involve in time. So just this is an introduction, and in the second lecture I will give a brief account of this postulate, and as I have told you, after that brief account of this postulate, in rest part of this chapter we will consider the physical implications of each one of the postulates, and we will also solve the important problems based on these postulates. And as I have told you, those problems will be very important for various competitive examinations like NET and JRF, like IIT JAM and etc. And so remember, this chapter in quantum mechanics is very important for you. But today I am just stopping my lecture at this juncture, and in next lecture we will actually start what are the postulates in quantum mechanics, or you can say what are our assumptions on which the quantum mechanical theories can be framed.